Hello everyone, Morp here, and welcome to the Wasteland. Today's video I'm going to be covering the top 9 tips for new players in Fallout 76. There's a lot to do in the game, and there's a few things that are going to become essential to you, which you'll be doing throughout your game. And let's cover number 1. It's going to be sleeping in a bed. Throughout the Wasteland you're going to find beds, such as this here, and also once you get to a point where you make your own camp, you'll have beds, and by sleeping in a bed for about a minute or so, you'll see a buff come up in the top left side of the screen. And starting out the game, you want this 5% experience buff to be up and active at all times, which is definitely going to help you level up faster and get your build going and get your experience points and your perks and everything rock and rolling. So if you see here, once I go into my menu, I'm going to have an effect here called Rested, and that's 5% experience boost, and that is going to be very, very important to you. So make sure that you're doing that and keeping an eye on it once an hour. Alright, for tip number 2, you should always be in a team in the game, unless you're specifically wanting to play all by yourself. The benefits of being in a team are great in this game. The point of Fallout 76 is to play Fallout with friends. And to do so, you can go into the menu and you can go down to the social tab, and from here you can search on this third option here and you'll see teams that are available to you. You can also just make your own team. Even if you're alone in a team, it does count as being in a team, but what we're going to cover now is being in a team with other players. And there are different types of teams out there. There's one specifically for doing expeditions, which you'll find out about later, and daily ops, you can find out about later. And there's different ones that give specific bonuses. Role-playing teams will give you extra charisma, which is nice for making in-game vendors sell you stuff a little bit cheaper, and you can buy stuff cheaper. There's stuff for when you do complete events, you'll get a little bit of extra experience for completing them. Bonus endurance for when you're running around, so you can have a little bit more health. But the main one that most people are going to be using is a casual team, and that's going to give you a bonus intelligence. And intelligence in this game is going to give you a little bit more experience. And joining a casual team, once you do join a team, if you see up where it says casual on the left of the screen, start out and you'll be getting a bond with people in the team, and once it gets those little blue bars that are filling up, once it gets to full, you'll get a bonus of 4 additional intelligence, which is really, really useful. Other benefits of it, and keep in mind that when you are joining a team, especially casual teams, you're not required to actually hang out with and play with these other people. Everyone just joins it for the benefits that you get in the team. And one of them is you're going to be able to do a bunch of extra fast traveling. If you see these yellow dots on the map, these little yellow dots are my teammates. And you see they're kind of spaced out over here. I can click on my teammate, and if you click on the button, it'll enable a free fast travel to them. And when you're starting out and the entire map is empty to you, you can go over here and you can get this area unlocked, which is great. Also, you can get a free fast travel to other players' camps, which is also very beneficial for exploring the map. And just make sure that you do that, because the +4 intelligence and the experience that you're going to gain are going to be amazing in the long run. Tip number 3 in Fallout 76 is every 20 minutes on the hour, 20 minutes after the hour, and 40 minutes after the hour, there will be a public event. And a lot of times, depending on the event, some events people might not go to, but most events at these time frames, everyone will have the option on their map to join a public event. You'll know it with the exclamation point, and there will be, you can go click here and it will fast travel you to the event. And they're fun, they're a great way to go and shoot some stuff and get some experience, which is what you're really after. And especially if you're in a team and your teammates are there, you don't even need to shoot stuff. If you're nearby a teammate and they kill something, you'll get a bit of experience for doing it. But you could just join the events, make sure that you're just shooting stuff, even if you're level 1, level 2, and if you just kind of go and shoot and do a little bit of damage on everything, you'll get some bonus experience as well. So definitely make sure to go do it, because they're a ton of fun. Tip number 4 in Fallout 76 is that when you're killing animals and picking up flour or food like corn and melons and potatoes and other things throughout the wasteland, it is very beneficial to go to a cooking station. You can put one in your camp or find them throughout the areas, and you get a little bit of experience every time that you do cook stuff. You can go into this, it'll open up a crafting menu, and if you had dirty water, you can go and you can cook some dirty water. It just takes 1 wood, and you're going to be getting a lot of wood from scrapping stuff. And you can go through here, like any of the meat that I've got from killing some mole rats. I'm going to go and cook that. Now some of the Brahmin meat and stuff. Make sure that you cook it. And that's going to lead me directly into tip number 5 in Fallout 76, is that once you do cook the food, and you've got to make sure that you eat the food, as well as drinking water. If you look down at the bottom of the screen on the right, you'll see that my food bar is empty. And I'm going to take the food that I just cooked, the ribeye steak, and you'll see as I'm eating that bar is filling up. We're going to go ahead and eat all the stuff that we just cooked up, and that's going to get it to full here. As well as drinking water. You can find water throughout the wasteland at water sources such as here, and just be careful because you will get diseases and stuff from water if it is dirty water. You also can have purified water collectors and stuff at your camp, which you can figure out later. But once you do eat and drink to full, you can go into your stats, and you will see that you are going to gain a buff. There's one for fully fed. You're going to gain a strength, some extra health points. You're going to have some resistance to disease for eating, as well as fully hydrated. You're going to have your action point regeneration. You're going to get some more health and some even more disease resistance. So make sure that you're cooking everything for the experience gain, and drinking and eating the things that you're crafting and stuff, so that you get these bonuses. And these are basically free, the drinking the water, and well, along with a little bit of wood that you're going to get from scrapping stuff. Always make sure that you're doing that. It's also great to do the experience from cooking. Tip number 6 in the wasteland is don't worry about your perks and your build and your gear. Well, before you're level 50, just anything that you do happen to get when you're picking up, if it looks like it's a little bit of an upgrade, go ahead and put it on. Don't stress out about having the perfect build, or putting, if don't think that you're going to be making any mistakes with putting certain points in certain things. You will be able to change that all later, and it can't really make a mistake at this point. So don't stress out about it. Just kind of go with whatever you got and rock and roll. That leads me directly into tip number 7. Once you are looting stuff in the wasteland, you'll get a bunch of weapons and stuff. Once you kind of figure out if something's not quite as good for you, I massively suggest that you scrap everything that you're getting. These little pieces of stuff that you get, once you scrap them, you have a chance of learning modifications from them. And as you're going, see up here, you'll see it pop up on the top of your screen that the little modifications that are on these weapons, you'll learn them. And once you scrap them and you learn them, you're going to learn them forever. This is unlike Fallout 4, when you scrap something, you get an actual box mod. In this game, you'll actually just learn how to do it, and you'll be able to put it on any items from then on. And also, you're going to be gaining valuable junk items and other the materials that you're going to use for modifying your own weapons. So for sure, just go ahead and scrap everything that you get that you're not using. It's going to help you get your weight down. It's going to be very, very beneficial for you. All right, tip number 8, which is very important. This is a multi-part tip. Throughout the wasteland, there are train stations. You can see along these train tracks along the map, there are train stations like Sutton Station and Grafton Station, and all of these different places. And in these train stations, there's going to be NPC vendors. You'll see him, little robot, the raider, the vendor bot raider. And in here, you're going to be able to buy and sell certain stuff. And I've already done it today, but every day the vendors are going to have a total of 1,400 caps, and those are caps that are available for you to sell stuff to get money from. Like right now, if I tried to sell something, he wouldn't have any money to give me. And especially starting out, all of the extra stuff that you get, instead of just throwing it on the ground, you can go and sell it to him to get your caps, so you can get your caps up, which you'll be using later to buy different plans that they sell, and buying stuff from player vendors. It'll be very beneficial for you. In a later video, I will cover other things such as buying and selling aid, and there's certain things like ammo. If you do see ammo, don't buy that kind of stuff in the aid because it's super overpriced. There's much easier ways and cheaper ways to get that type of stuff, but we can cover that later. But for now, just make sure you're selling all your stuff. I would stay away from selling legendary items that you get. We will cover that also in another video with the legendary exchange machine, which you could put in your unused legendary items to get a currency called script, and we will cover all that later. But train stations are going to be your friend. And that leads me to the final tip in this video, number 9, and the most important one. Have fun in this game. It's a great game. There's a lot that you can go out and explore. You can meet some people and really enjoy yourself, and don't stress out about stuff. Really enjoy yourself, and if you do like this content, please make sure to click like and subscribe. I've been putting out content almost daily, and rock and roll. Have fun, guys. See you out there in the wasteland.